and place it the opening on his chest and press the trigger and duck behind the box in the center.
How interesting. How interesting. What mine is this? I want to be very flexible about this, but a good reminder that most mines don't function this way. So I think the best thing one could do if you were trying to use a landmine like that is it has to be a suicide bomber style attempt, meaning a mine works based on pressure. So if you're going to apply pressure, that means you must push it into them and have that equal explosion into yourself. Speaking of mines, that is to say, they're not meant to be throwables or anything like that. But let me know.
The bottle cap 1.
Okay. I don't think there's anything to bottle cap mines being set off differently, right, in the Fallout franchise. Bottle cap mines are crudely put together, yet a formidable explosive. Bottle cap mines are constructed from a simple container, such as a lunchbox, like maybe this one here, filled with bottle caps and a crude explosive mixture, and fitted with a sensor and a detonator. The explosive force hurls the caps over a wide area at such speed that they are essentially shrapnel. When constructing it, you may add extra bottle caps. How interesting. When a mine detonates, roll the damage rating. So, yeah, unless anyone wants to correct me, any bigger Fallout aficionados, and want to let me know, I think some mines are proximity, like the frag bottle cap may be based on a sensor. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. The rules don't say anything unique about that. How do bottle cap mines work?
I would argue if it was a frag mine, it would work because of how it works in Fallout, but I just don't know how the bottle cap mines exactly work.
Do they say so? Because I've noticed that they have the big little sensor thing on the side. But again, is it what trips one of these mines?
I do have frag mine too.
I think the way to roll this, just to keep it simple, is I'm pretty sure the rules as written would say that mines in this game are meant to be stepped on, grenades are meant to be thrown. So I think that anytime you're going to deploy a mine in the way you're suggesting, I don't think you would typically get the chance to get away from it. That the explode, like if you're going to push it into somebody, that it would explode in the very same motion.
Just a thought. Would it be possible if I tossed Raven my nuka grenade?
That's probably very possible. I mean, you could definitely try and exchange that with her. Absolutely.
Okay. Mac, do you want my nuka grenade?
I just found a grenade.
So, to transfer the grenade probably will take someone's, probably to be fair, major action, I think, on your turn, DK, if you want to give that to Raven on the next. Or maybe she already has a grenade in her inventory, maybe.
Mm.
I have found frag grenade.
Okay, if you got a frag grenade, you can try and use that for sure. Great question. So go ahead. You're welcome to go ahead and use your grenade as you would. Okay, so Raven rolled her perception and explosives test, so you're able to go ahead and throw that. I don't know what the difficulty standard is for that, but I'm just going to give you the points back to the pool there. Okay, and you're throwing a frag grenade. And frag grenades I don't know how big the radius is for one of these things, by the way. When you make an attack with a blast weapon, you do not choose a single opponent. Instead, you select a zone you can see and make the appropriate skill test to attack. With a basic difficulty of 2, adjusted for range as normal. If you succeed, every creature and other damageable target in that zone suffers the weapon's damage. If you fail, your misplaced attack is less effective. Only roll half the weapon's dice to determine damage. So I think you get 1 point back into the pool off of that, is what it said. I will warn, on the back of the boat that you're trying to commandeer, you're about to throw a frag grenade. So if you roll complications on this, you're probably going to injure the boat. I should also note that based on the visuals of the map, there are gas canisters right where you're about to throw the grenade as well. Which was probably a little hidden by that guy's icon, but there are gas canisters there, and that is the cabin right behind it. So just again, if you're in a precarious spot for the use of a frag grenade, I'll just say that, you're welcome to do it. The world is your oyster. But should you get bad complications on this, I think really, even without complications, you do run the risk of like starting a gas fire on the back of the boat here, just for the sake of saying that much. I encourage you to go ahead and roll your damage, though. I mean, I guess you already connected with this, so I don't know. There's no complications per se, maybe. What is a frag grenade roll, Mac, you know? 6d6. Sky types in chat, please don't blow up the boat, Sam says from beyond the grave.
Wow.
That is not the right dice. Those are d20s. You need d6s, combat dice. Oh, wow. That stinks. Frag grenade away, and as it explodes, it almost is a dud. I mean, 2 points of damage. He doesn't even flinch, Raven. That didn't bother the guy at all.
The wise man guide me.
We are back up to Jim.
Okay.
It is your turn now.
All right. Let's see.
While he's getting set up, I would like to interject real quick.
Sure, go for it.
So, I want to say that something whizzes past Sam, and it very, very lightly brings him back to consciousness. And it's almost like out of the scene out of a war movie where there's just stuff going down. Maybe there's like a Mothman guy without an arm. There's a settler helping another one, pulling him to the tree line to keep him safe. And he turns his head and sees the APC in the air with Lena in it, which he hadn't really seen happen before because we were on the other side of the map. And he kind of just starts crawling his way over here using the bricks for guidance, and then collapses and passes out again.
Oh, damn. Sam
All
came
right.
back for just a little bit. Jim, what do you got for us?
I thought about it and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go and do the bat again.
Okay, sure thing.
Let's see, here we go.
Bummer, no successes. You're welcome to roll them with luck, or you can spend AP for another go round at an attack this turn.
Nah.
What's your health look like, DK, and what's Mac's health look like?
Mine is 7.
7. Okay. Because this guy...
7 horsepower.
There you go, 7 horsepower. This guy's up, and having seen what you did, Raven, he is also, you beat him to the punch, he's also equipped with a frag grenade. So he goes ahead and throws that at you two, and he nails 2 successes, and his grenade does not work like yours. He gets 2 successes, so he gets the hit. I get 1 AP back to my pool. He nails you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage. Did he just... okay, so he... Okay, that's intense. He... I swear.
Oh, dear.
I'll screenshot it. I don't know. Why isn't it letting me screenshot? Screenshot. Anyway,
Kyle killed me.
He definitely... I'm putting this in the chat for people to see. I'll share this later. That's his grenade throw right there. Let me recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. And what does a frag grenade do again? It has the blast effect. So the question is, how much damage resistance do you guys have? Does it? How do we calculate damage resistance on one of these? When you make it, it didn't fail. How does damage? Because you guys are in a real rough one. If you just TPK'd 2 of the party here and Sam's passed out. Oh no. Okay, let's see. I'm just checking a roll here to see if there's any... We're probably going to roll some, like, spot on your body that you take this damage.
No.
They don't target a single opponent instead. What target... What part of the body does a grenade hurt? Okay, because I'm not sure if it's about hitting zones with a blast. So since grenades have the blast quality, they don't target specific body parts. Instead, they attack the entire zone. Weapon damages everyone in the area with its full damage rating. The weapon damages everyone in the targeted zone with its full damage rating. I'm going to simply roll a die. This is me maybe making up the rules on the fly. Maybe I'm also being a little bit helpful to the team here so we don't TPK. I don't know. But I'm going to roll a die here. This is going to mostly affect your legs based on where it is thrown. So what is your left leg damage resistance for Jim and Raven? That will be whatever you subtract from the 7 here. Yikes.
Which leg? Both?
Left leg.
Oh, 1.
Yeah. Whatever your damage resistance is on that one.
1.
Okay, 1. Got it. So you take 6 damage to your left leg, or to your health. So that puts you down to 1. Your leg is also extremely badly injured. You are now in the kind of hobbled state there. And what does that do again? That is when you get the leg, immediately you fall prone, your legs give out under your weight, you can no longer take the sprint action, and now moving is your major action. Yikes, you guys. He's gonna come over and finish you off slowly now. You just hear him mutter under his breath, like as there's like dust settling, and I'm assuming there's screaming and yelling, badly mangled limbs. We're going to see what Raven's health is here in a second, but you just hear him mutter under his breath, and he says, "No, you see, the Mothman guides us." You need to check what the damage resistance is on that Vault-Tec thing. Let's say 1. What is it exactly? What do you have on your leg? I don't know. I'm sorry. You have to know that a little faster than I do. Not to be a stinker, but I don't know your gear off the top of my head here. Can check it in Notion. let's not randomize it. Let's go ahead and figure out what it is, Raven, and let me know in chat there once you confirm on that one. Okay, it is actually going to be your turn next, so we will sort of be waiting for you. But you're, I'm going to say, probably down to 1 or no health points as well. He is going to use the rest of his action to move over to both of you. So he's standing directly above you as the dust is settling on the bridge. Parts of the mast, whatever the hell's going on back here, the rigging, some of these cables are blown apart. Some of the metal bent and broken on the back of the ship here. As again, the grenade went off right at the side, right over top of all of that, basically. And he comes over, and for his next turn, you see he raises his machete over Raven, and he's not really technically preparing an attack, but he's telegraphing it to you that he is going to finish off Raven in the next go. That's his plan. Freaking crazy! We're gonna have a TPK at the start. We got Lena down, Sam's down. Jim and Raven are down to 1 health. It's 2. Okay, so then you only take 5 of that, which still leaves your leg badly damaged. 5 is the critical, but now you have 2 points of health left. Yikes! And you're up, Raven. Badly wounded, arm lacerated, shattered. I kind of forget exactly how that one got badly messed up. I forget if that was a shot or what happened. It's time to just eat the Nuka-Cola grenade right here on the deck of the ship.
Jim, you okay?
Bad times.
I do have that one Rusty made me.
Can it work?
But I don't want to lose the ship.
Oh, the grenade you're talking about. Oh my God. I think that's a bad idea, personally. I mean, here's the other thing. There's no way you and Jim survive it. That's, I think, the most important thing. There's no way you both survive it. So the question is, do you have new character sheets ready for tonight? But or for real. The cards are in your hand, Raven. If you wanna, Sky says in chat, do you all have some healing items? I'd run away and heal, in my opinion. You know, running is gonna be a bit of a problem, though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Crawl away and heal.
And I can't shove the guy overboard.
You could try, but honestly, I think the cards are just stacked against you from a realism point. Like, you have a broken arm and a broken leg, and he's still in power armor, as damaged as it is. He still has the exoskeleton. You could try it, but and you do have AP in your pool, so you could spend some and maybe you could burn your luck on it, but gosh, I mean, just for a difficulty, I feel like it should be a contested roll, but I feel like there's probably a modifier against you, meaning probably at least 1 out of difficulty for each of your injuries, because you're trying to shove a guy while you don't have an arm and a leg working. So that's going to be rough. And I feel like, to his defense, I mean, he gets a I think his strength in that is an automatic 11 in the power armor is how that works. So he's got a strong strength roll. We can absolutely do it. If that is your intention, is to push him off the edge, though, I will absolutely let you do it. You could use all your action points you guys got and spend them, burn them up if that's an approach you want to do. I could roll that check for him and see how he does. Because this would be a strength and athletics test.
I pray to the Mothman and spend my whole pool of luck and an app to shove him off the boat.
Well, so be AP first, just to be clear. Nothing with luck until after you roll. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and spend as many dice as you want, and then we're gonna roll what his fight back against you. His what's it called? Competition roll, something to that effect. So as many dice as you want. You could roll all 5 if you want to spend out. Oh, well, I don't actually. Did you have a full pool? How many were in there? I see it's clear now. As a reminder, if you spend all 6 AP, that's 3 more dice. And if you have less than 6 AP, the best you can do is 2. Unless you want to buy one from me. This is a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one, you guys. This is gonna be a tough one.
I will buy one.
So how much AP was in the pool for you guys? Because it's at 0 right now. That doesn't seem correct to me.
There was, I believe, there was 4.
4? Can I?
Yeah.
Just
It's
so
4.
So you're gonna buy 1, which costs you 1 AP. But you took 4 out. So that'd be, if you spend 3 AP, that's 2 dice. I'm just trying to clear up the math because I think the math is being done wrong. To your disadvantage, I think. That's the only reason I'm trying to rules litigate that, is I think you guys are hurting yourselves with how the AP was spent. Sky says, spend them all, buy extra, do every die you can, says Sky. That's valid. You could buy 2 more.
I want to buy 1 extra.
So you need to put 3 back in the pool. If you're only buying 1 extra die, you put 3 AP back in your pool. Then you'd roll 3 die total. 3 dice. Die, whatever. I hope that makes sense. By the way, again, just as a general reminder for everyone, the way the AP per dice works is it's a what's the word? Exponential sort of system. It's 1 AP for your first die. It's 2 additional AP to add the second, meaning that's 3. So 1 plus 2. And then for the third and final die you can buy, it costs in itself 3. So that's 1 plus 2 equals 3, plus the other 3. So that's 6. Hard to explain that. No, I want to buy 1 more from you. I want to use... Okay, so you need to buy 2 more from me, and then you can roll all 3. That's... If you had 4, that's the correct math. I get 2, you get to roll all 3.
Yes.
Great. So you're rolling 5 dice total on your thing. Go ahead, Raven. Roll them up! Although that's not the correct roll. I don't know what happened there. We're scrapping that reroll completely. So you need that athletics and strength test. Rolling 5. Excellent. Okay, great. She got 3 successes. Here he comes. And you just gave me some extra AP. So... I'm going to spend just 1 here. And he has an 11 plus 2, so anything that's under a 13. Lucky for you, Raven, he only rolls 1 success on this. Even with his power armor, you, maybe with the power and the light of a Mothman, you are able to, with your 1 good arm, 1 good leg, kind of push this guy. Which side of the boat are you throwing him off of, by the way? What's your goal there? You are able to get the momentum on it and just simply get this dude at a spot. Maybe it's his power armor with how broken it is at this point, the damage you've done to it. He is unable to just throw off this attack, almost killing, after having almost killed both of you. You just... So where's he going, Raven?
Right into the water.
Which specifically? Where are you sending him? I warn you again, if you push him right next to where Jim is, this is the shallowest water. So, you know, he's just going to walk right out of it. And if you push him on that side, it's slightly deeper, deep enough for a fishing boat there. So go for it, Raven. She chucks him off of this side, and with a big splash, you hear him fall into the water, which is going to bring you temporarily out of encounter mode here. I'm going to let you all decide what you want to do now. That man is not technically dead, for the record.
Hope you can swim.
He's just sinking to the bottom of the river in power armor. So, back to all of you. What's your plan now? In no specific order.
I gotta heal.
Go for it. You got a stim pack or anything like
Jim,
that?
you okay?
Yes, I do have a stim pack. I will use one. Actually, no. Actually, hold on. I will use my super stim pack.
Ooh. Yeah, usually I would actually throw it and say, like, you could use food in a situation like this, but I think you're still too much in the middle of a combat zone to sit down and eat.
Yeah.
So, super stim pack it is. Is that 8 hit points back or something? I forget.
Let me see. 8. Yes, 8.
Heck yeah, I'm remembering some things. So 8 hit points back to Jim. That's fantastic. Raven, you're on the back of the boat here. You doing anything for yourself?
I pop a Nuka cherry, not stims for me.
Yeah, I'll let you have a Nuka cherry. You know what? And the same goes for Jim too. By the way, Jim, since I'm ruling it's okay to pop a Nuka, the same goes for you. If you want to do something in the super stim, you can pop a Nuka too. But Raven pops one of those open. Again, that option stands for you if you want.
No, I like the stim pack, the super stim pack.
Do it. Super stim pack. Raven, yeah, how much AP does that bring back to the pool? Is that like 1? You get a cap off of that, and maybe someone wants to go check in on Sam, who's knocked out.
2 horsepower.
Nuka Cherry. Nuka Cherry heals 3, and you get 2 AP. So 3 health. You also have to roll 1 die to see if you're irradiated from it. See what that radiation is, Raven. Bass says, AP is still a dick, even in the TTRPG. Yeah, hey man, how you doing? Good to see you out there. Okay, you're fine. No radiation from your Nuka Cherry. But let's see, what do you got for... What do you got for 2 HP? No, 3. So 3 HP back, and then you put 2 AP back in your pool, just to make sure that was all done up there. So we are on the river of the Ohio, or the shores of the Ohio River, I should say. You've got one Sam knocked unconscious who's sort of crawled through the mud up towards, you know, where you can see his icon now. He's a little further away from the boat. You've got the Mothman cultist in power armor thrown into the deeper part of the river there, pushed him off backwards. You can assume he's probably going to emerge sometime. DK's got Jim back to full health. Raven's got 3 HP back. Still badly broken arm and leg. Jim's the same with his leg.
We should check on Sam and get that APC ready to fire.
Yes.
That's an idea. Okay, so Raven's making her way over to Sam. I think Jim's got some decent healing perks and things like that. If you want to try and do a a healing test on him, or if you just want to simply... Actually, if you go ahead and use a medicine and intelligence test, DK, you can add a stim pack if you'd like, but you'll be able to do some extra healing just from your test there as well.
Okay, I'll do a test.
Hey, old man, wake.
Okay, let's see again how the healing works. So you get your success. I'm pretty sure that's perfectly fine for that. That qualifies. You do it. And then... treating an injury. You heal hit points equal to your medicine rating. Okay, so now what is your medicine rating there, Jim?
Let me see here.
Yeah, that's just your skill for that.
It's a 1.
A 1. Okay, so he gets 1 hit point back. Sam, you can add that. Oh, and by the way, Jim, you can add a stim pack or anything if you'd like. I don't know if he actually needs it. I'm not sure how badly injured Sam is.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I got one.
Okay.
But you do get 1 HP back, Sam, as he kind of resurrects you now.
I kind of start to come into consciousness, and I reach in my bag and put a diluted stim pack directly to the dome and heal up the last couple bits of HP that I needed. And I kind of look around. Did y'all get him? Oh, where's Lena? Is she okay?
We kind of did get him. Raven pushed him off the boat. And we don't know what happened. He's kind of, I guess, sinking, if you want to say. But we'd have to check.
Oh God, we need to get eyes on him. We need to make sure that, at least someone knows where he is. And we got to figure out.
He went swimming.
We got to figure out how to get Lena out of suspended from midair like that. Make sure she's okay.
Interjection of 2 things. One, we're going to go on break in a minute so people can think of what they want to do next. But also, 2, on that note, Lena's not suspended in the air. One of the Mothman cultists had surrounded the thing in vines, the APC, and tried to crush it like a smashing a can. But then the next one had sort of blasted vines up that kind of almost like punted it into the air, sort of just like kicking it down the street, if you will. So it is on its side. It's on its right side, but it is laying on the ground. And, if you had enough help and stuff all at once, you could tip it upright, especially with any kind of... I don't know, honestly. I'm just looking at what you guys got. You got some soldiers there still. You got Alfred there. If the 3 of you combine together some of your power to do a group test and try and like push that thing over, I think it'd be pretty hard again with 2 broken legs between the crew and some extra damage. So I will let you guys all think of what you might want to do after our break. To try and eliminate the little pops and clicks I hear on my side of the stream, everybody, I'm going to do a reset of my mixer while we do this 10-minute AFK. So there's going to be a little bit of the fake Fallout ads that you don't hear whenever I do that spin up and restart, just so no one's startled by that in the live stream. Is our party here good, though? Is everyone feeling okay with where you are right now as we go into the break? Are there any questions that you want answered before we go off to the void for a moment?
All good.
Okay. Sam, you're good?
I'm good.
You're good. Okay, and I heard Jim there, too. Okay, everybody. 10 minutes. Again, expect the music just to cut out here for a second, and then we'll be back. Testing, testing. Okay, we're back on there. Good. Okay, everybody, do you know what makes you special? I do, and it's having all these great comrades around to play the Fallout TTRPG with us. So, without further ado, if we've got everyone back and you all can sound off and let me know, we'll pick up with you all at the dock. Well, I was going to say the docks here, but at the river. You're just on the side of the river. Chaos has unfolded around you. There is there's smoke coming up from some small fires that have started. Weapons fire has been going on. There is debris that has gone into the air after especially like APC rounds had been fired off. This place is a bit of a zone of chaos here. Okay, chat, let me see. I can turn this on. And now I can hear people again. There we go. Maybe. Sorry to reset something with the mixer. Hello. DK, I hear you. We got Sky back.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And Raven, maybe we have you here too. Yeah, I see you're typing. Okay. With all that said and done, thank you all for letting me reset that during the break. I'll let you know if it sounds good. It sounds good so far on my side. I want my nature music to play, though. Let's have some Fallout nature. Where are you? I feel like Kenku's forgotten what matters most. There we go. Ambience is what matters most. Okay, so you're on the side of the Ohio River. You've all gathered up. You've gotten Sam back to consciousness. What is the plan? You see, by the way, Hell's Bells is kind of over there tucked around the outhouse. She's, sort of just gotten done shooting over at some creature that way as well. Alfred, by the way, had left her side to go run off and check on Lena. So to give people a little zoom out where you are. And I'll pass the mic back to all of you.
I'm thinking if we want to get that APC back up and running, we're going to have to get our hands on that power armor frame. That might give us the extra strength we need to tip back over.
I agree. But we're going to have to go fishing for it.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that, assuming that the Raider modifications weren't too bad on it, the power armor should be hydro sealed, so he honestly might be walking up on the shore any minute now.
Yes, but that guy is deadly.
Well, let's see if we can get, healed up a little bit and get prepared to meet him on the shoreline. Maybe we can wrangle up with some of the people on the battlefield and just kind of create a line of defense as he approaches.
All right.
Did I attempt to heal any of their injuries?
I think that the only way for that to happen is when they're in now kind of like a full-on resting state. I mean, you guys are still in the mix of combat, so yeah, I'll let it happen. I'll let that happen. You absolutely can try. You can try and heal one for each of them if you're successful with your medicine check.
All right.
DK has a difficulty of 1. Mac has a difficulty of 2.
Okay, I will. I'll start with DK, and I'll pay 1.
Okay.
Get an extra.
Sure. 3 successes. What a gamble! You get 2 points back, which I just added to your poll.
Alrighty, and now with Raven, I will do the same thing. I'll pay for an extra.
Great. So DK, that's your leg that's now splinted.
Okay.
That does not succeed for Raven. That is 1 short.
Can I use luck?
You may, yes. You could re-roll a 17 to the 14. Yep. No complication. Oh,
yeah,
lucky.
let's go.
Okay. Raven, is that her arm or her leg that you're fixing up?
Her arm, so that she can have her bow back.
Okay, great.
Maybe we can just get her rested up in this little, I'm trying to ping it, this little truck up here. Maybe she can get in like a sniper's nest position.
Sure, you can do that. That's perfectly okay.
Thanks, Sam.
of course, we need y'all battle ready for this, and I'm so happy that y'all are alive. I don't really know what happened while I was knocked out, but y'all were looking pretty grim.
Yeah. I'll just say this. I nearly thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that y'all are up and running. Do you think we should just kind of regroup with Hell's Bells? Do you think we should worry about Lena, or do you think we should regroup with Hell's Bells and get this going? Wait for this guy.
Let's get Hell's Bells involved and let's get ready to prepare for battle.
All right, that sounds good. Let's go grab her. Bells, you doing okay?
Oh, I took a good couple hits in that fight, but I'm okay for now. Alfred ran off to check on Lena. She's not looking. Well, I guess the odds aren't looking too great with what they did to that APC. I honestly can't believe what the hell's happened here. This was much worse than I thought. Much worse.
Hopefully, it looks like we're going to be able to pull through. I'm hoping so. Let's try to turn the tide of this battle. My friends here are telling me that he is plumb in the water right now. So if we get ready for him to breach our shoreline, I think we might have a fair shot to take him down because we need that armor.
Well, if you got any landmines or sort of things you want to set up in advance, now could be the time for it. If you got a moment. Also, Alfred's over there trying to tend to the APC. I'm not sure if he's had any luck. But it's a little run down the street there. What do you need me to do?
I'd say we can get in a defensive position on the left side of this little area. Raven, you have landmines if you want to place them, or we can check on Lena. I will probably need your help getting the door open if there's no power, though.
Also, just to put it out there, Raven is slow when you're walking, like her trying to take her places.
Good idea, Sam. I placed the mines.
She is moving mighty slow with a busted up leg. And considering, you did a little bit of patching up. I mean, yeah, Raven took a grenade blast to the leg for how bad it is, just in imagination's sake. So she's going over there. How many mines are you going to lay down? How many you got? Where do you want to put them? I'm gonna also roll just some dice for this guy to see where he stands in the mix of things. Got it.
Have 2 mines, bottle, and frag.
Oh, okay. Well, I will let you recover any that don't get used. You're gonna lay them over there, okay.
That's where I think you should. Sorry, that was me.
Gotcha.
I think that would be a good spot.
Sam, any ideas where to place them?
Well, judging by where y'all threw him off the boat, he's probably going to come on the path of least resistance. So I imagine maybe on the shoreline up here. And we can try to, gloat him into coming this way. Maybe maybe Jim and I can get posted up where we were before and kind of snipe at him. And maybe you can get posted up in that broken down bus.
So Raven hobbles over. She goes and plants one down. And if you want to go ahead, you have some time.
I placed the mine frag here.
Gotcha.
And the bottle one here.
Okay. Got it.
Jim, do you want to help me check on Lena and Raven? If do you see the first sign of him breaching the water, maybe we can drop what we're doing and run to the position.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because
And head there for the bus.
about the exact time that Raven is heading for the bus, you hear the crack of a hunting rifle fire. He got a really good roll, you guys. He got a really good roll. Raven, he takes aim at you, having just breached from the water. I want him to use this. Use your gun, man. Okay, hunting rifle, dice roll, go. Does he have to roll? He has to roll his skills first. Whoop. Oh, Raven, you hear the crack and you see he had shot right next to you. Cinder block explodes from the ramshackle kind of raider setup that you have. You see him standing about here, climbing out of the water. The power armor is just like water is just pouring out of it. Contrary to what Sam had said a little earlier about it being water sealed, you guys broke through enough of this armor that he had started filling up with water, making his escape from it being all the more urgent. And again, you just see like water pouring out of this power armor as he is like fully stood up there, Raven, and you are lucky he missed. You're lucky he missed because the damage he would have done was real good. But, you know, okay. So whatever you guys would like to do.
Oh, dear Sam, he hear I yell.
Let me get you guys in a better turn initiative. I'm just going to move people around here on the thing. I actually don't know if this is the proper one for you guys, but there we go, just to make it quick. So he went and did his turn. Raven, you're going to get the next attack on action, whatever you want to do action-wise. You can use your full set of things. You could either shoot back, you could rally for extra AP, you could try and like, I think there's like a hide feature or something like that. You can kind of duck and dodge in there. You are behind some extra goodies too, by the way, so we'll need to calculate that in the next time we roll you some damage resistance. You'll get bonuses to that. Sam, you're up next. Jim's behind.
I duck behind a seat and pray.
Okay, Raven's going for the prayer. Wow. That's it? Okay. Sam, you're up. Raven's putting our power into prayer.
I'm going to use whatever sprint move. I imagine I'll have to use both to get over here.
Yeah, that seems about right. You could get maybe a little further even if you want with that, but yeah, that's it.
Here?
I'd say you could go closer this way, like up towards the building, but probably not over to the car.
I'm going to stay in position here for some cover.
Yeah, that's probably, you're probably right, actually. That's probably looking at it the best, most sensical.
I'd like to pay extra for another major action.
Sure.
Is it the 2?
Yes, 2 for another major.
All right, and I will raise my hunting rifle and fire at him.
Any specific spot you're shooting at, or you're just letting it go?
You know what? Maybe I will try the kneecaps.
Oh, with a kneecapper, huh?
Yeah, maybe I'll hit him in the legs.
Interesting idea. Now, if you do the targeted like aim thing, unless you have any perks, your difficulty of that test will go up by 1 because of that. You don't have extra difficulty because you're doing the second major action this turn because you're action boy. So difficulty 2.
Can I pay for 1 die?
Yes, you may.
Oh, I will do that.
Whoop. 1 success. So as long as that's not a targeted shot, if you're just letting it rip, that's okay to hit him anywhere. That will.
All right, I'll just let it rip.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage then for that weapon. Hunting rifle. It has piercing too. That's nice. Oh, right to the head, Sam. I didn't hear any damage. Why didn't I hear anything? That didn't make any sound. I gotta press the button manually now. Anyway, pow! And you do connect with the head going through. What's the armor on this thing's head? Where's Notion gone? I need Notion. Here it is. His head armor was bonus location +3 location. Okay, mathed it up. Great, got it. Okay, you do damage to his head there. Sam, your turn is about spent out, unless you want to spend, well, nothing. You got nothing left. You're spent.
I'll pass it on.
Okay. Jim, you are up next. What's your plan, man?
All right. Let's see. I will move up to here on this cover. And then, let's see. What do I have? Okay, hunting rifle. We'll use that.
Great.
Let's see. I can get to it. Hold on, here it is. Okay.
Sure thing. I know how that goes. Perfect. You connect. You could go ahead and deal damage.
Okay. Oh, sick. Okay. There we go.
2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage. And roll me a hit location for that, too.
I just want to add in that hunting rifles inherently have 1 piercing as well.
Excellent. And it's to the torso, which had the least stuff going on. He, by the way, has taken some extra damage while he was underwater from the bleed out from before as well. That has not healed. Jim, you do an extra 5 damage to his chest area. He is looking really, really bad. Anything extra you want to do for your turn, Jim?
No.
Okay. Then we are back to him, and you hear him yell as he begins to get closer to the shore. He's walking up. He yells, "I will come out of here and slay you with the machete I took from my dead brethren. You will all pay the price." And Raven, that's about where your frag mine is, right?
Yep.
Well, go ahead and let's roll some damage for a frag mine. That is 66s for a frag mine. This could be it, gang. This could be it. We don't know. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of damage. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 points of damage. He completes his
Kaboom.
monologue, and right as he finishes yelling that and he waves the machete up in the air, he steps forward, looks down, and it blasts him back just a couple, I guess feet right back. He's in the mucky, muddy, boggy area of where the river meets the shore. You just see this big power armor exoskeleton frame just smash right into the mud there. Congratulations, you have killed this Mothman.
The wise one says, "Good night, dim one."
Cultist. Good night, dim one. You are now officially out of combat. You did enough to kill him in just that short amount of time. There's a lot to loot here. There's a lot to explore. So, well, maybe I shouldn't say explore, but loot. There's a lot to loot. So we'll get two things at whatever rate you guys want to take it. But the boat can be looted.
I will recover my other mine.
Yeah, you can recover your other mine. That's fine. Go do that. The boat can be looted. This area can be looted. Any of the cars on the map can be looted. Probably even let you like scrounge through some of the other junk on the map here too. Maybe we'll just roll that all up as one big one. So let me get my loot roller aside while you guys can chat amongst yourself about what your next methods are here, what your next actions are.
Can Raven rock the power armor for the time being and walk normally? Because I'm just thinking about that one woman in Fallout 4 who doesn't have any legs, and she wears a power armor frame to walk around.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Raven, you can do the power armor for sure.
You read my mind.
I know that you're the one. I know that you want to take it for a spin. Let's go ahead and recover it, Raven. And I kind of like, work through the added on different pieces of Raider material to get to the frame, and that because that's like the piece that I actually know because it was government issued. And I open it up, kind of pull this sad guy out, toss him in the water for a water burial, and now we have a new piece of power armor, shiny new power armor.
Oh,
well,
boy,
shiny.
this awesome.
Maybe going a bit far.
Yeah, anything but shiny. It's covered in viscera and guts and gore from the guy that just got exploded, and it's also bitten in the Ohio River and covered in mud, so not shiny, but function.
We'll have to give it a good clean up
Sam,
when we get
smell
back.
it here.
I'm sorry. Hopefully we can give it a nice tune-up when we get back.
Smell like fish.
I'm sorry. But how does it feel?
Like I could toss Jim across the river.
Let's not do that. But hey, there's a dim one right here. If you want to test it out.
Okay.
Are you going to try and throw that body? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Okay, do a throw test then.
Maybe let's loot him before.
What does a throw test usually take? Is it a strength related? Because if so, your strength is now an 11 while you're in the power armor. Agility. So it's throwing plus agility. Success difficulty of just 1 to chuck him.
Sam, you want to loot him first.
Yeah, I mean, I'll roll, but nothing will probably pop up. But oh no, it was negative. I found he took stuff from me.
You found a landmine in his clothing. Boom. You are welcome to re-roll that if you want. I don't really have a complication in mind for you. Well, I guess it just lowers whatever his probably carrying here.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it personally.
Perfectly timed and tuned. A machete is what you find on him still. That is exactly what was given here. I will let people spend more to loot the rest of it. But yeah, you find a machete, Sam. The one he took off that body. Couldn't have asked for a better roll to pop up from this roller table. Oddly coincidental. Seeing as he broke the rules of the game to take a machete off that dead guy.
Drim 1 tossing is fun.
Dim one tossing. Okay. Great. There you go. Raven gets her success. And with that, I don't know if you're doing one of those sort of spin style throws or how you're doing this, but you throw the dim one's body, and I think you were trying to get this across the river. You got your success, so yes, it does. You see it hit the ground on the other side of the Ohio River and kind of see like just brush line there, the kind of the brambles and all that stuff. You see him crash into some of those over there, and
it leaves a hole in the leaves shaped like a person.
Yeah, exactly. So now you've recovered your power armor. You are allowed. Never mind. I do want to say you are throwing dead people while your friend is dying. That's just...
Yeah. We had to test it out, make sure that's good. Let's go.
Okay, Sam's making his
Wow,
way.
that is cool. I should help Lena.
You should help Lena. As Sam gets over to the crashed APC, you see it is on its right side, completely toppled over. Alfred has been circling it. He is worried out of his mind. He sees you come up. Master Sam, I can't get into the APC. Look, it's still covered in vines. I haven't heard anything from Lena from within. I've been knocking and hollering, and I had to fight off a cultist that tried to come over, and I don't know what to do.
Maybe we could try to cryolate the vines and then freeze them so that they maybe Raven can use this handy dandy new power armor and just rip them off.
Cool with me.
I like that idea, Sam.
Who's got the cryolator? Raven does? Or Mr. Handy's?
Well, yes, Mr. Handy. His arm.
Yeah, he goes ahead and blasts them with the last couple cells he has for the cryolator. And is able, with what he has left, to exactly as you said, coat the exterior of the vines. They are now frozen and brittle, almost like liquid nitrogen had sprayed upon them. And if it's up to Raven, just rip them off. She can absolutely do that. Is that what you're doing, Raven?
Does she need a test for it?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. No test needed. Okay, you can rip them off then. Go for it. Break off these vines. Now, the real test here is about toppling the thing back onto its right-sidedness. This thing is hella heavy. It's a lot bigger than the one you see in the picture. Even with power armor, this is going to be a difficult test because... well, I mean, it's a huge piece of kit, and it's made with, some of the strongest armor the U.S. military had produced. So, considering this thing is again double the length of a normal APC, it's almost more like a little small bus. You all can assist in this test to try and get it, but it is going to be a difficulty 4 strength and athletics test to try to right this thing.
I might need some help, Jim and Sam, even with suit.
I'm behind you. I'll use the lift training I learned in the military. Place my legs right, get my broken knees in the proper position, and try to push with all my might along with them.
So, Raven, you can roll your normal test here. It's just that we have to do the mental math to make sure that we accept any numbers that come in. Well, okay. You're not spending anything. Okay. That is a complication that you've rolled there, by the way. So she got 1 success and 1 complication. She can keep that, and you all are able to roll a strength and athletics to try and help her. That one's going to succeed. So now you have 2 successes. And again, remember, the reason is because your strength is boosted from a 6 to an 11. But she rolled an 8 and a 13, so that's 2 successes.
I used luck.
Yes. She took a luck point, and now she has 2 successes. So, Sam, if you roll a success and Jim rolls a success, you guys have the means to do it. Alfred could help too, but he's not a very, he's not... I don't know that Mr. Handy units are really meant for lifting, per se. I don't know how much juice is in those jets to write an APC.
I'm going to really put my back into it and just pay 1 under the table. So no adding AP, just taking it. You can just add 1 to your pool, and I'll add that. I'll add a die.
I don't think you can for group tests like this. I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So do we roll 1?
Yeah, it's gonna
Gotcha.
if you choose
You're
to do
right.
the thing, it'll be the first one on the left. We'll take. Let me just double check that I'm not wrong about this. When people are assisting, difficult tasks. You can't buy additional D20 if you are assisting. You can only roll the 1. Yeah.
Do we use luck for it?
I'll let you. Yeah. You can use luck for that. It doesn't say.
I'd rather get it in order now than to make it seem like I'm begging you.
No,
after
you're
it's done.
fine. That's a good question. The way to do this a little bit better, just from an educational standpoint, is Raven, you probably should have bought extra AP from your pool, but the test is a 4. Just because it's such a difficult test. So Sam, you can roll it. Jim, you're going to need to roll it too, just a heads up.
Yeah.
So you can both roll an athletics and strength. We'll take the die on the left. No successes from Sam. And no successes from Jim. Oh, no. But I did say you could use your luck to re-roll. So if you guys want to try and re-roll that one on the left, go for it. Nada from Sam. Okay, that's spent. Jim, you could probably save your luck because it's not going to help.
Yeah.
You guys try and try and try. And as much effort as you're putting into it, the APC does not budge. I mean, pardon me, it budges a bit. You can lift it up just a little bit, but it fairly well crashes down. In fact, there is concern to what Sam had said about his training, that you realize this is actually an opportunity to get really hurt. What would make today really special is if someone got crushed underneath of the APC while they're trying to help right it. That would be the icing on the cake. So you're in a little bit of a pickle here. Alfred goes, "Oh, she's going to be dead in there. Lena, you need to open the hatch if you could hear us." And he tries to
we need
fly
more
up
help
and look
to
in.
lift this.
"Where will we get more help? There are some soldiers left here, but you can see they're badly wounded." And Hell's Bells, by the way, at this point, I'm not really doing a great job of moving their markers around, but she, again, is kind of taking care of the people. There are extra soldiers there, that have taken place or taken whatever in the combat, and she's helping to, get them triaged, get them treated off to the side. And she's kind of coming over with you guys at this point anyway. And she goes, "Any luck getting that thing moving? I hear Alfred sounds a little worried, to say the least."
I don't think it's going to happen. What I do think we need to focus on is getting Lena out of this tin can, and we can worry about it later.
All right. There's at least 2 ways into an APC, right? We got the hatch on the top front to get into near the pilot seat, and we got the back door with the spin wheel like a vault hatch. What do you think we should do? We try and pop one of those?
I think we should probably try out the back just in case we need to carry her out.
I think that's mighty wise. Okay.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. I don't know if we'd be able to get a good grip on it. I don't know how wide this river is.
Pretty wide. The Ohio River's got enough space for boats like this to be going up and down it. So, pretty substantial.
That's not we could definitely try that first. And if it doesn't work, I say plan B is we get the wounded back to Hope on the boat, and we can just come back with some Brahmin and try it again.
GM perspective, these sound like great options to me. I like them.
Yes, let's try.
Well, before we do that, I'd like to see if we can get Lena out. I worry, after trying to lift that, I worry about her rattling in there. We don't know how bad she is. If she gets moved too much, it might hurt her more.
You want me to rip the hatch off?
Just kind of see if you can give it some elbow grease to open it before maybe ripping it clean off.
As she's typing and investigating this, Raven, you see that as you're going around that back hatch, that with the damage from the vines, when they tried to kind of surround it and crush it like a tin can, you can see that, you know, a lot of the framework is lightly bent. Not bent enough that the thing is useless, but it's bent enough that the door is now a difficulty 2 to try and get off. So it's half of the difference of what you tried to do before in writing it. But be mindful, this is a difficulty 2 in case you want to spend AP. By the way, if anyone else has different ideas, Jim, whether you want to try something more sciencey or you want to be working on trying getting the boat ready to go, just throwing that out there, that any and all of that is an option too. The boat was not hit with any AP rounds from the last combat. That was a kind of a general concern there, was that, you know, if it had gotten hit, it would be in bad shape. It did have an explosion, 2 explosions on the back of it. Some of the rigging around the winch system was damaged, but I don't think that would be hard for the team to get repaired and ready to go.
Okay, I will try spinning the wheel. It looked damaged. I think I can do it. I will buy 2 app to help.
You can buy 2 dice rolls, so 3 AP for me is maybe what you're hearing. So you're going to roll 4 dice, I think is what I'm hearing. I guess I'll also put it out there again. The team could try and throw in assistance on this as well. So I'll take 3 AP. You can roll 4 dice, but if you fall short of that, Jim and Sam could help you again. I do think this is a better amount of dice to try and roll, though. And your target number is... 16,
I believe.
Where'd it go?
With the strength and the power armor.
What was the number you said again?
16.
16.
Because you said it brings it up to 11.
Yeah, why can't I even see it here? Athletics and strength. Okay, hers was... So 11, you're correct. I just wanted to see it from my own eyes. Yes, Raven, you got 4 successes off of that. So that puts 2 back into your pool. Are you tagged in any of... You are tagged in athletics? I'm just looking at your sheet, because you might have gotten an extra one. You might have actually gotten 5 on that. Let me view your character sheet for a second. Athletics is tagged at 5. Yes, that 4 counts as 2. She gets a critical success on that. So you get an extra point of AP back into your pool. You have 3 in there now.
Yes.
With that, Raven, you're able to... And you pull on that. The wheel finally releases. And the door kind of pulls back. And with that, you can see, looking in, an extremely disheveled interior for the APC.
Lena, hold on. Raven is coming.
On its side, you can see you are effectively walking on the wall, the right-hand interior of it, as you are seeing kind of radio equipment that had been in there and fallen over. Some things are still strapped into the side. And as you walk over bits and bobs, trying not to break anything as you get to the front, you see a very, very badly injured Lena. She's bleeding from the forehead quite profusely. She's well out of the driver's chair, as she's just kind of laying up against laying on the floor, but up against what is actually the fusion kind of power core area of the APC. If you remember, that's on the right-hand side of it towards the front. And she's basically kind of laying strewn over that. And it's almost like she's kind of lit up just a little bit by the ambient glow of the fusion core in there, plugged into its rigging. Using that word a lot tonight. Too much. Raven clicks on her flashlight. Get a better view of Lena.
Sam, she looked badly hurt. What do I do? Bring her to you.
Let me get in there. I imagine that in this APC, there's some sort of I can't think of the word, but the thing that you carry people on when they're wounded.
Stretchers.
Yeah, stretcher. There's some sort of stretcher.
Yeah.
And I take it off the wall, which is now the floor. And I take it over to Lena, who I imagine is still like strapped in, and try to gently coax her out of the seat and onto the stretcher. And I say, Raven, here, help me with this, as we pull her out.
Okay, Sam.
Let me see here briefly, too. I'm not sure if I can show this to the people at home or not, but if I can, I'd like to zip you guys a little visual of the interior. Oh no, where did it go? APC. Here we go. If I can figure out where my... Whoop. Okay, great. So there you go. There's kind of a picture of what they're, this is the fusion core thing that Lena is kind of laying slumped over. That's where she was supposed to be sitting, was the driver's seat, but the fusion core is about to the right of that, and she's kind of slumped over that. So Sam, you said you went in there and you're looking for a stretcher off the wall, right? Something like that out of the lockers. There's some visuals for people at home too, of kind of just what that looks like. Like what's the interior? There's lockers hanging open. There's items strewn about, crates and containers on the side, and you do find a stretcher in there, Sam. You're able to pull one out.
I imagine it's like in that netting area with like, maybe by the gas cans and stuff.
Yeah. This is probably where you guys... Sorry, pardon me for interrupting. This, you'll see this in just a second on stream if you have it up. But this is probably what you guys are walking on right now. The image that's right behind me. This, you got your seats on the floor. You're walking as if that's the floor and the ceiling's the netting. Continue. Sorry.
We'll just lay her at the bank of this road, off to the side. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do test-wise. Or, I could give her a stim pack, maybe.
Yeah, I think at the minimum right now, she's knocked very well unconscious. You could try to give her a stim pack if you'd like. That would definitely help with her overall health. Although, what is the mental or cognitive damage from a collision like this is to be determined. I think the best course you'd probably recognize is taking her back to Jacob as soon as possible.
For sure. I will just, do some minor medical stuff just to get her stable, make sure, nothing is bleeding out on the trip there. And I suppose we'll load her on the boat.
Okay, to the boat we go, huh? So with that, you and Raven, with the stretcher, are able to get Lena aboard that, and you begin taking her over to the boat. So the boat has minor damage on the exterior. By the way, I should add that Alfred comes along and goes, "Oh, Master Sam, Master Raven, she does not look good. I am not loaded with any medical protocols in situations like this. It's well beyond my taking, but I will do my best to keep her stable and so she doesn't, well, so if anything worse happens, I'll let you know. I will let you know if her condition changes. I just do hope you could get us home in urgent fashion."
Absolutely. I think, we only need just an extra maybe 30 minutes to try to get this back over. So if you can buy us that time, that'd be fantastic.
And Hell's Bells joins you on the boat, too. She's helping some wounded soldiers get aboard there. Also, she goes, "So is this thing really ready to travel? You guys think we can push this thing off and go on our way? Or you want to try and winch that APC? What's our next plan here?"